Hey everyone, let's see where we're at. Hold on a second. I'm trying to pull up screen. Sorry, I'm late. Obviously, I'm very late, but I was late because I was trying to disable super chats. So I'm just going to make the announcement. Don't do any super chats on this episode because I won't answer them. So they're I don't know how to stop it. So please don't do it. All right. So if you notice the title change, obviously you're probably expecting to see Mitch Gallagher and he's not here. It's because I'm in Arizona. I'm not in Indiana. I'm sorry, guys. This is a bad idea. I usually don't like to do live shows like this. I just had a horrible morning, and I don't know. I don't even want to do the show today. So I'm going to push through because that's what we do. But I want to apologize to you guys because there's information I want to give to you guys. But unfortunately, I'm trying to turn on some kind of charm or charisma, and I got none to give today. Anyways, let's go through what's going on. So, didn't go to Sweetwater, and today has nothing to do with Sweetwater. Today's bad news is just something else. So what's going on with Sweetwater? So yesterday, I made here's what happened. So as you guys saw, you guys are commenting. I was going to do the live at lunch. I was going to perform. I was going to bring my instrument. So when I was going to Sweetwater on Monday night, of course, I did what you do. I prepared my luggage, got ready for the event, packed up all my camera gear. And I was going to check two bags, my main bag, which is my clothes and camera gear, and then of course my bass guitar, my Warwick, for the performance in a case. And I was doing it in my head, and I was working it out, like, okay, I'm gonna have two check baggage. And I made the comment, yeah, please don't super chat, Sean, I appreciate it, but guys, please don't. What am I trying to get to? Okay, so what happens is, maybe if I start talking, this will flow better. I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't take the bass. Maybe I'll just use a bass at Sweetwater. My wife said, my basses are very unique. They're 32-inch scale. They're set up differently for the type of performance I was going to do with the backing tracks and stuff. And so she went on Delta Airlines website, and it says you could carry on an instrument. I'll even share with you. Hold on a second. I can do screen share, right? Where am I at? I'll even share with you, not their policy, because that's not important. This is transportation.gov, U.S. Department of Transportation. It's the issue final rule regarding air travel with musical instruments. It says that basically the airlines have to let you take a musical instrument on the plane. And so I felt pretty confident that was going to happen. In fact, here's what I did. This is what I did. I told her, I said, obviously there's going to be limited space. So my bass, I'll show you. I can't see myself because I'm not looking at the right screen. Let me share with you. This is my bass. And this is the gig bag I decided to bring. It's not a really beefy, big gig bag. It's really small. This is a guitar gig bag. There's no exaggeration. Let me show you. And this is the bass, as you guys know. This is my crazy expensive Warwick that famous Warwick built at GitCon, and they gave me artist pricing on. And this instrument, so has I think it's like, I don't know, $10,000-$12,000 retail, some crazy number like that. It's not something I could afford. Let's just put it that way. I have it because Warwick gave me this crazy price when I was there. I said I would love to do a bass like that. It's like a dream, and they said, hey, we'd like that to happen for you, and they gave me a great price. In fact, I paid the same for it. I paid for my Fender Jazz Deluxe bass, which is not a cheap bass, but you get the idea. So not cheap, but not the crazy number, whatever, $10,000 retail or whatever, $8,000 street. So I figured I'll take it on because it says I can take it on. So I put it in this guitar gig bag, and it really barely fit. In fact, it was pushing on the headstock, but the bass is really strong. And I thought, this is such a small footprint. And then I made sure that was the only thing I took. In fact, even though I knew I was going to Indiana, it was going to be cold, I packed my jacket and sweatshirt because I didn't want any carry-ons besides this instrument. I didn't want any reason for the airline to tell me no. We went and checked in my bags. My wife was prepared that if I couldn't check the bass, or not check, if I couldn't take the bass on the plane, she would take it, and then I would have to use a base at Sweetwater. What happened was they gave me the thumbs up when I checked my luggage and said, yeah, you can carry that on the plane. And so I went through security, and of course they go through everything. I even had to remove the battery from the base and have that put in the luggage. But anyways, so I get to the plane, and I get to the gate. And when I go to the gate agent says, I need to put a pink tag on that and check it. And I said, I literally cannot check this base. This bag will not protect this base. Because I went with the smallest footprint bag I could. I could have put it in some of my crazy over the top bags or in a case and checked it. And they said, yeah, you can't have it on the plane. So I said, well, I don't know what to do because I can't check this base. It will get damaged. And I want you guys to understand something. This base, I can't ask Warwick to do that for me a second time because this one gets damaged. I don't think that's fair to them. So literally, if this base gets damaged, it would be like, that's it. So anyway, so what happens is they say, well, you can try. That was nice of the agent. And so I went down the whatever, the terminal thing, and I got on the plane. I was actually on the plane. I was like 5 feet in the plane. And then a stewardess, or I don't know, flight attendant came up to me. He came up to me and said, yeah, you have to check that. And I said, yeah, unfortunately, I literally can't check this base. I said, it's either I got to take it with me or, I can't go because I don't know what to do with it. So they said, yeah, you can't have it on the plane. So I sat there for a minute. I was blocking the walkway. I was, there's a lot of people getting on the plane. There's a lot of confusion. I had to make a decision. And the decision was, do I throw this base and check it and, destroy this instrument? Because I don't trust the airlines. I mean, I have cases downstairs I should show you from the airlines where chunks of the case are missing, so much less throwing a gig bag. I wouldn't even hand this gig bag to a friend with this base in it. That's how nervous that would make me. So I know some of you guys are like, why'd you take it? I actually took it because it's shorter than all the other bases and was the only one that would fit in a gig bag this small. Because again, I was trying to keep the footprint small if I was going to take it on. Because I didn't want them to tell me a bass is not the same as a guitar, even though the government.org thing said. And so then I want to say this because it's nice. The pilot actually deep planed. He got off the plane and when I was at the gate and said, hey man, I'll put it in the cabin for you. And I said, oh, that's amazing. Thank you. I said, but here's my problem. I actually fly to Atlanta, Georgia. Then I have a layover, then Atlanta, Georgia to Indiana. I said, well, I have the same problem. He said, yeah, they'll probably tell you can't take it on that plane. He goes, I can't, tell you what to do. But he said, hey, I'm a bass player and I'll put it in my, if you want to chance it to Atlanta. And I said, well, my problem is, what if I get to Atlanta, Georgia and you guys won't let me take it on a plane and I can't check it? I'm just stuck in Atlanta, Georgia. So then they said, I said, I wish I would have known. I said, I literally had somebody here to take it in case. And they said, well, you could check it and put it downstairs in the, like the lost and found thing and then have somebody claim it. And I said, great. But the process to that would be to go downstairs in the airport, check it, drop it off, go through security, the TSA, and then try to get back to the plane, and the plane's taken off in 5 minutes. So, and nobody at Delta was rude, but the only thing that was weird was when I mentioned over and over again, I said, this is what it says on the website. I was just doing what you guys said. The clarification was, yeah, you can check it you can bring it on the plane as long as there's room and the plane is oversold. So there's no room. And I'd like to also point out again, because I want to be fair on this, obviously my assessment of Delta, there's some things I think, they did wrong. There's some things I did wrong. I should have went with my instinct, which is not to bring it on the plane. That was my first instinct on Monday night. I should have went with it. But funny enough, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm so lost today. What am I trying to say? The funny thing is, if Delta Airlines, if I would have got the sense that it was I could have checked it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, I'm trying to say is that I wish I would have known before I went to the airport that yeah, I can bring it on the plane as long as there's room, but if there's not room, you can't, have it. I didn't know. I fly 3 times a year, and that's because of YouTube now. Previous to YouTubing, I have ran my own business for 14 years, and that is 6 days a week, minimum 10 hours a day. And then if I'm lucky, I get Sunday off. And that has been for almost a decade and a half. So in the decade and a half, I can tell you right now, in a decade and a half, this is honest to God truth, I have taken one like 3 or 4 day vacation. That's it. And travel on an airplane, I think once, twice a year, or not once, twice a year, once or twice in 10 years, I would fly from Phoenix to John Wayne Airport in California, which is a 40-minute flight for the NAMM show. So I don't really fly a whole lot. So I've been learning about flying lately. And I understand this is probably to some of you guys that fly all the time. Like this is my friends. I have a couple friends that are pilots and they were like, yeah, this sucks. But yeah, you could have, this is how it is. That's fine. But that's where I was. So what are we doing today? Why didn't I cancel this? Well, there's a couple things. First of all, I want to make an official apology to everybody at Sweetwater, to Steve for putting this together. It was a fantastic idea. There was going to be some great videos and some great stuff that was happening. We were even, they were crazy. I told you guys to promise you crazy stuff, obviously. Now, Sweetwater, so as soon as I told them what happened, they said, hey, why don't you come out in December? And we'll do that in December. Guys, I'm going to make this right, but the problem is I got to tell you something. These GitCon things and these Sweetwater things where I go for 4 days, I know they look fun and they are, but literally it's 4 or 5 days of not working. I mean, going there and making some content, that the videos I make when I got like GitCon, you make 5 videos. Those videos, they'll luckily pull up enough, a couple $100 revenue. A trip like this, even where Sweetwater paid for the airfare and the and what do you call it, the airfare and the hotel and stuff. I mean, just checking baggage is $60 for one bag there and back. I know that's not a lot of money, but you understand, like all the incidentals, like I have like $600 into this, right? So these trips, they're not just free for me. There's a little bit of money added, and there's a loss of work time because I can get a lot of stuff done, obviously, during the week. So December is just I'm too much booked, and the only way I can go to Sweetwater is if I just shut down some of the YouTube side or some of my other side. I just can't do it. So I can't do it. So what does that mean? It means that we will go to Sweetwater some other time. It's the open invitation. They said that they want to keep the guitars. We were going to give away 2 guitars, by the way. What happened was they asked me if I would video and review their plecking system. And I said, hey, why don't we do this crazy thing? I said, why don't we pleck a Squier Affinity? And then we'll compare it to a Mexican Strat. And, a plecked Squier versus American Strat, and then we'll give the Squier away. And they were down for that. They even picked out the Squier. Like I said, I really feel bad for the Sweetwater guys. They put a lot of work into this. I actually, I issued them an apology. I sent an apology to Chuck Sherlack. I'm sorry, I'm saying his name wrong. Chuck Sherlack today as well. And I've also offered to compensate them, reimburse them for the airfare and the hotel, and either through monetary or advertising. So if I start advertising them on the live shows or on the, on the website and stuff for a little while, understand, I just feel obligated to reimburse them for their money, since I can't reimburse them for their time, or maybe I can. I don't know, whatever they would like. But you guys, what are we going to do about the guitar, the giveaway? That doesn't seem fair, right? So we took care of that. So here's what I decided to do. I'm not going to come on today and not do a giveaway. In fact, I'm going to do a giveaway. What am I going to give away? I'm going to give away a PRS SE Standard. Not the same. I don't know a color. So here's what's going to happen today. If you guys are here, there's 780 of you. You're here to see the hangout with Mitch. Unfortunately, can't have that, and instead you get this mess. But we'll turn it, and that's what we do here, right? We turn things around and we put the spin on it. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna give the guitar away, and how we're gonna do it? Well, in a minute or a few minutes, we'll do the giveaway. But I want to tell you what the giveaway is of. You're gonna get a PRS SE. Standard 24. I decided to purchase one. I reached out to Paul Reed Smith Guitars and asked them if they would sell me one. Obviously, I think that's not going to be a problem. If they can't sell me one, I'll get one from Sweetwater. I'll buy one from them. But I'd like to, obviously pay less. So, so I'm going to try and buy it straight from the PRS guys as a promotional item. So here's what I want to do. Buy it. I'm going to have it shipped to me. and I'm going to actually do a sharpen my axe with it and deck it out like I did when I did Tyler Larson's guitar. I'm going to throw no pickups in it, and I'll do a review of it, and then, you know, we'll deck it out, and the person who wins it will obviously get the guitar. And what was going to happen, so, you know, today with the guitar from Sweetwater we were giving away, there was more than that that we were doing. What was going to happen was the person who won the guitar, we were going to film a video about it getting a 55-point inspection and setup, and there was going to be a video attached to it, so you guys get to see the prize, the prize go through its process. I will do that same video, and then that way when we do the Sweetwater one, eventually there'll be that video too. So there's just going to be, you know, more. So so it'll be a sharpen my axe on the PRS SE standard. The only thing I can't guarantee is the color. It'll be a PRS SE standard 24 unless PRS has trouble getting me one, but I don't think that's going to be a problem to get a guitar from somewhere. I'm not going to guarantee the color because I'm going to try to buy the least expensive one I can get my hands on. That's just the reality. And so I thought I'd share that. And then before we do the giveaway, I want to do a big, we can put some positive stuff out here. Let's put some positive stuff. You guys are freaking amazing because on Sunday and Monday, if you notice, I did this video, guitars for vets, 50 guitars for 50 vets. You guys were crazy. You guys literally, you guys donated, like, I think we're at $3,000 in donations. So put that in perspective. It's $200 a guitar for a vet, and they get a guitar and tuner and strap and all this stuff and a stand and everything. So you understand, it's like, you know, it's like 15 guitars. You guys did 15 guitars for veterans, for PTSD, and for, you know, for you guys are amazing. So I asked for some help from you guys. You guys delivered. In fact, I asked anyone who did $100 to let me know, and I'll get you some special sticker packs out. And I think there's 14 of you, so you know. In fact, of the 14, I think 4 or 5. I just don't have official numbers. Please don't super chat, Edward. I appreciate that, but don't do it. Again, please, guys. What was I gonna say? Oh, the 4 or 5 you did $200. So what I did is I decided that we were going to sweetheart the $200 ones a little bit more. You know what I mean? Just put a little extra in there. So nothing to blow your doors off, trust me. But just to say thank you, we'll send those packs out. So I just want to say that because that was the positive this week. That thing was like, that was the rockin' thing, was to be able to be a part of that. You know, especially that I vetted it, literally making jokes, vetted it. I vetted that, you know, what's great about those is not only do they give those guitars to veterans, but they literally have to complete a musical course. And the course is required to have a music therapist and a guitar teacher in it. And when they're done, they get the guitar. As you know, so they have this guitar, and so they're not just given guitars. I mean, they literally are helping these veterans with PTSD. And again, that was the focus. A lot of you guys got the understanding that it was a PTSD thing. You don't have to be a veteran to have a PTSD. It happens, you know, it's a traumatic event. But one thing I always like to point out is that sometimes, you know, somebody with PTSD, a civilian with PTSD is a massive and powerful thing. There's millions, I'm sure, of people that are traumatically have trauma from PTSD, but a soldier can have 3 or 4 events, PTSD events in a day because of the, you know, what's going on. So it's just a mess. And the fact that we could take music and make that better is why I love music, and it's why I like gear, and it's why I like all this stuff, and it's why I want to be involved in anything I can that helps put music in people's lives. I don't care if it's by YouTube videos or through, you know, charities or whatever it is. So there you go, man. That's great. We'll do that. So how are we going to give this guitar away? Well, it's not going to make sense, but I'm going to do it anyways because I didn't have time to figure out a different way to give it away. So what I want to do is I was going to have Mitch with me. And believe it or not, one of the things I wanted to do when I went to Sweetwater was have Mitch sign one of his books. He has written a mini books, and I have one of his books. And hold on a second. And somebody is messaging me sideways. Oh man, hold on a second. There we go. I want to respond to that. Anyways, Why is my computer acting up? Okay. So let me get back. I'm sorry, guys. My computer is driving me crazy. All right. Because I actually had this all set up on my laptop. I'm not on my laptop. In fact, that's the other thing I was going to tell you right now. Right now, last negative thing, just to get out of the way. My luggage is actually in Indiana right now. They were not able to pull it off the plane. I went down and they shipped it anyways to Indiana, which has 100%. That's why I'm using my computer camera right now, all my gear. I took everything because I was so concerned about that at Sweetwater, making sure there was redundancy. I took all my cameras, my backup cameras, I mean, my mics. I literally just have this one mic here, which just is a USB mic. So everything's there because I was going to do a live show there. And it should be back today or tomorrow, they said. And then when it gets back, they're going to call me and I can go pick it up. So, so I'll be chasing my luggage. But anyways, what am I going to do? Okay, so here's the thing. I was going to have him sign my book. And this is there's 848 of you. So let's do the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway on the guitar right now. Okay, if you guys pay attention, this is how you know how the guitar giveaway is going to work. I have Michael Shy and I have Terry. I have a couple moderators. So if the moderators can help me, I want to be as fair as possible with this because I know some of you guys won't know the answer. And some of you guys are super YouTube or internet whizzes and you'll search it. But I don't care how you get the answer. I just, the first person to answer this trivia question wins the guitar. The question is, what guitar? Because what guitar? The question, and a side note again, just because I'm gonna mess you guys up. In my thing with Sweetwater, I was gonna hand him the book and be like, what? We signed my book. I was gonna have Mitch Gallagher sign my book, or not my book, his book. But so what book am I gonna have Mitch Gallagher sign? That's the question I have. Which of Mitch Gallagher's books do I own? And the first one to give me the answer wins a pure SSE standard guitar that will be on a sharp of my axe and it'll get decked out. So that's the first answer. First person to answer it, I'm paying attention right now, but you got to get it right. There is no variations. It is the entire title of the book. I should have added that. See, the entire title, the way it reads on the entire cover. You don't have to put Mitch Gallagher's name, even though that's on the cover as well. Okay, hold on. Oh man, it's going crazy. I think I got, hold on. A lot of you guys put guitar tone, but that's the problem I had. I was going to ask Mitch that. What is the name of the book? Because that's why I like that book. So, because it's two names that make one name. And I think I pinned the person who said it first. The problem is they were, I don't know. We're going to need a judge on this. Hold on a second. How to play guitar. Music makes music now. So, all right. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Appreciate you guys being cool. The way I have to scroll is I have to scroll back to see the first one that sees it. Okay. Oh, okay. And you guys help too. So you guys, obviously it's been answered. So the answer is Guitar Tone, Pursuing the Ultimate Sound is the book that Mitch Gallagher wrote that I have and I own that I enjoy. But the question is, who typed it first? If you guys could help me now. Now it's a scavenger hunt to figure out who is the first person to put it. I'm going to say put it correctly. I don't care if there's a space. So if the words run together, but they, it has to be spelled correctly, put correctly. Oh man, there's so many you put it. Again, I'm scrolling. You guys can see too. This is going to take a minute because we want to make sure this is right. Okay, hold on a second. I'm doing it the wrong way. I'm going to do, okay. You know what I love? I love that a lot of you guys put some of his other books in here. That's great. That, either his books or that you. All right. I'm going to say this is a preliminary, and I want to make sure that see, Bob Crosley's on here. He's a moderator too. So the moderators help me out. I'm looking, and please don't get upset if I say your name and you're not the winner yet, but you're definitely a contender. Michael Rinden is it looks like the first one I see that actually puts it as, well, he put pursuing the ultimate guitar sound. Sorry, Michael. It's guitar tone pursuing. Right. It has to be the entire title. So then I see down, and then I see Andy PM. Okay. So let me copy that. Hold on a second. I don't want to lose it. So I'm thinking Andy PM, guitar tone, pursuing the ultimate sound. Is anyone seeing? Okay, I'm scroll down and I'm just looking for the monitors. A lot of you saying, yeah, yep, Andy PM. That's what I'm seeing too. I'm seeing a lot of people. Yep. I'm going to say, Andy, man, you just won the guitar. So let me go back. Here's the important part for me. I got to literally paste this into a screen. Give me 1 second, guys. This is important, obviously. So what's great about this, and the way I like to do this is, let me paste this. There you go. Save it. Okay, Andy PM, you need to send a message to either askknowyourgear@gmail.com or to me personally, which is the pmcknight7@gmail. Just send it to me and put in the heading, PRS guitar or the winner, and so I can get your information. Because this will be a process. I'll obviously get the guitar. We'll do the Sharp Max video. Now, here's the good news and the bad news for you, Andy. The guitar you probably won't get for a month. So it'll be, well, what's today? The 14th? It'll be by the 14th of December, but it'll be a month. And the reason is because I think it's going to take me about a week to get the guitar, which is fine because it's the holidays. But then to do all the stuff I do for a Sharp Max takes me about a week to 2 weeks. So that puts it, and then mail it out to you. But you want it. And the great thing is, and the reason why I like to do giveaways like this is a giveaway. I know a lot of you guys, there's 823, whatever of you are hanging out, and there's one winner. But really, here's what I hope. I hope the rest of you will enjoy the videos I make with the guitar. I'll promise to make that fun. So that's why I like any kind of contest where somebody wins, but the rest of us can enjoy it, something of it. So you guys will get something out of the deal. Plus, not to mention, we'll do those Sweetwater visits, and then we'll do those same things that they want to do too, and we'll do those together, and that'll be great. Plus, we have some more cool stuff coming, right? Like I said, a lot of announcements coming. It's going to be a little wacky this week. I have to adjust my schedule because obviously I scheduled everything off to be at Indiana this week. So it's a little, I'm trying to use this time wisely and try to put stuff back in the schedule. YouTube stuff is just not going to be I can't make content. I don't have any equipment. So I'm going to try. I have content scheduled to come out, so that'll come out as scheduled. But I just don't, I don't have anything to make stuff. So that's the thing today. Unfortunately, there was no hangout with Mitch Gallagher, but there will be one. Obviously when I go, I'm sure if Mitch's schedule allows, he'll come on. I'm still, like I said, obviously I want to meet him, and right now his book's in Indiana. So I got the book in the same state as him. So, but if I get to a chance, I'll have him sign my book. And you guys should check that book out. It's a good book. So there you go. That's the update. What's going on? I apologize for everything. Things like this happen, and you just have to adapt to it. I'm saying "and" a lot because I'm just at a loss of words today. It's just was not mentally prepared to go online today, but I'm glad I did. And I'm glad you guys hung out with me. I appreciate you guys in every way. And like I said, we still gave away a guitar. So we're still going to now you're getting an extra Sharp Max out of the deal. Maybe it's maybe it's good. I don't know. I think it'll be good. I'm excited about doing it because I actually was thinking about that. That would be a cool guitar to do, the SE standard, you know what I mean? And trick it out, see what we do. Because I'm going to do something, fun with it, I hope. I may have to do a disclaimer now on Sharper Max that I won't set your guitars on fire. So there you go with that. Anything else exciting? I think that's it. My bass is safe and sound. I'm safe and sound. That's probably the takeaway that matters. Again, I want to thank everybody at Sweetwater, Steve especially, for putting all that work in. And I'm sorry it didn't work out. I feel horrible. I love to yell at Delta. I think but I don't think Delta's any more responsible than any other airline now. It's just the reality is they overbook everything and it's tight. And now I have the experience to know I'm never going to try and carry on something again. And I know a lot of you guys reached out and said, hey, did you read the ruling that says they have to let you bring it on? Arguing in an airport is never going to happen. Let's just be honest. No one's going to sit there at a terminal and argue. They're just, you can't argue with the airlines. You just can't. So yeah, Michael says the airlines are never responsible. That's just how, hey, you know what? Here's the thing. At least they didn't bust my teeth out and drag me off the plane. But I don't know. I will tell you the thing though, that the only thing about the Delta Airlines thing that upset me a little bit, and then we'll end on that, even though it's a negative, but it's not a negative. It's just an observation that I thought was strange. I thought I was following their policies. I went on their website. I did what they said. I understand there's circumstances, like they said, where they can't have the guitar on there. But what's funny was they basically, when they weren't able to pull my luggage off, for whatever reason, they said, oh, it's going to take a day or two to get back to you. And I said, okay. And I said, we'll call you and come get it. And I said, I said, can you deliver it to my house? And they said, well, no, because it's your fault. You didn't get on the plane. I'm like, all right. So it's my fault. So, I'm not 100%, I'm laughing because I'm not 100% saying they're wrong on that. I think I think you have to take some responsibility. The reality is I'm an adult, and as much as I can complain that Delta and all these airlines need to let us do this stuff and do what they say and they follow our policies, the reality is this is where you always have to take a little bit of onus on yourself. I know how airports, I don't have to fly all the time to know that they're pretty much dodgy and don't do what they say. So I shouldn't, like I said, my first instinct should have been to either check the instrument in the case on the plane and take the chance, or use one there. I regret not making that decision. And now I will never make it again. So it's the universe. Jerry Seinfeld, the comedian, said, when you stub your toe, that pain is the universe telling you never to do that again. I'm paraphrasing, but I love that. And this is the universe telling me never to try to bring anything important onto a plane. In fact, I'm going to be honest right now, if I have to do something like that again, I'm going to probably just ship my bass and pack it well and just ship it so it's there when I get there. Something like that. Anyways, so the good news is the bass is safe. I think some of you guys care about that. I care about that because it's an important instrument to me. And there's actually a weird emotional attachment I have to the instrument too. That's also very tough. And I'll just tell you guys so you guys don't have to know. The month I got that bass, my mom passed away. So it's like a big deal to me. So I just couldn't, I couldn't let it go, man. So on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. I wish I had a funner video for today, but I hope you enjoyed the giveaway. And I promise the video on that will be amazing. And we'll get back and we'll do a live show on Friday because I'm here. So there'll be a live show on Friday. I'm not going to actually tag this as episode 90 because of the fact that I didn't answer any questions. All right, guys. On that note, thank you for hanging out. You guys are always as awesome. And I'll talk to you on Friday.